Well, hello, my friend. It's time for another Fox 411, and I got an old friend that stopped by that we all thought was retired. This is the third time, I think, Tom, that we've talked after retirement, isn't it?
I
Tom Balmer's here.
yeah, I keep trying to retire, and then I'm needed. Um, Somebody
You're,
needs me, so I can't. I'll tell you what, though. This last time, I went back to work at Stebbins Children's Theater and made a lot of money. I thought, gosh, I this is good. This is a good gig.
yeah,
I made some money, and now I'm trying to retire again.
trying to retire again. And now you're actually wearing a different hat. It's the Mesa City Community Theater hat that you got now.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. I wrote a play called Back to Nature.
Hmm.
I decided, okay, I'm going to put it up at the Mason City Community Theater, and they let me. They said, okay, So I I'm that's what I'm doing, and
Well,
the play is all about four women who are old friends. They were in college. They were in a musical together, and called The Tavern in the Town, and they played the Turtle Doves, which is a little ensemble of singers, and
hmm,
they made friends that way. And now, 30 years later, they're going on vacation together, still singing their songs from the old musical, and and going up north to a cottage, and they're going to have real talk with their old friends.
hmm.
They're not going to have any cell phones or computers or microwaved food.
Wow.
Real food and real wine, and have a real vacation in the real back to nature cottage that they've rented. And that's the beginning of this play. They walk into this uh, um, uh, cottage with
Right.
deer head in it, and a fishing trophy, and a
No
rack.
electricity?
Well, there is electricity. Everything's there, to begin
Okay.
with. But they're gonna forego all this.
Sure.
They're gonna go back to nature, and they walk by a hot tub, and they all decide they're gonna go. They're gonna be in the hot tub together and in the nude and have a great time. And these women are just gonna have the greatest week of their lives, back to nature. And then events happen, and they really go back to nature. So
I guess so. That's the nature part of this whole thing. Yeah. I got to ask you right away, Tom, what's harder to do, a children's theater thing or an adult theater thing?
well, uh, on one hand, this because it's only um, four in the cast, they
Right.
have a lot of lines to learn, and these are
Hmm.
older women, and so
Right.
they don't learn lines as easily as young people do, and so
Sure.
that's one thing. But on this, uh, as soon as I say that, they're also uh, they probably the experience of these women. They've probably been in 200 plays if you all of them put together. They've probably been in 200 plays, so there's a lot of experience.
Right.
They're close to being professional actresses, and
I, I was going to say, I don't want to spoil anything, but do they ever get to singing?
but yeah, they do a little
Okay.
they
They
do,
will do a little
they
singing. Yeah.
do a little singing, yeah.
But
But
I'm sure it's all about their camaraderie in the cottage, in nature. There you go. Right.
it's all about them, and they do a little bashing of men.
Mm,
There's a little of that.
sure.
And so, because they are old married ladies, and they have a lot to say about men, and uh, and then they also have some clashes between them. Uh,
Hmm.
I don't want to tell you too much because I
Sure.
want people to come see the thing, but and then there's some weather events that happen, and this all comes from my experience. People ask me why I think I can write about women, and
Hmm.
I've spent 40 years married to the same woman, and she has all these friends, and I'm marginally observant. You know, I listen to these people, and
I
so
love it.
that's
I
that's
love
my
it.
expertise on women.
So is it a comedy? Is it a drama? What is it?
Absolutely a comedy, and
Okay.
there there are some pathos that go on. There's some serious things, but mostly you're going to be laughing.
Can you tell us who the four?
I certainly can. My wife, Sally Presley, plays Rosemary. Kayla Halfpap is a local favorite. She's been um, around the community theater for years. Well,
Mhm.
they all have actually. Cindy Dahl and Michelle Murray are the four, and then I have Willow Bartholomew as my stage manager, and she is terrific. Brian Bauer is co-directing with me. He's terrific. Gosh, what a guy he is.
Mhm.
And then I have a bunch of people who are helping me with the sets and the costumes and
Sure.
the lights and the sound. And I've had plenty of help in this thing. And uh, and then I just have these four beautiful women uh,
Right.
acting in
Did
lines of mine. So
Tom, how long did it take to write this, and did your wife help you?
yes, my wife helped me. She's a huge editor. She tells
Oh,
me exactly what women would not say and what they do, what they would say, and she also uh, just she's ruthless. She's like, cut this, cut this, cut this, get rid of this, get rid of this. But what was the first part of the question?
how long does it take how long did it take to
40
write?
years of marriage.
Oh, 40 years of marriage,
Yeah,
sure.
to
Little
write this.
notes? Just notes along the way?
No, just experiences, and listening to her and her friends talk. She has about 4 groups of friends who she
Mhm.
gets together with, and some of them are her theater friends, some of her are her old college friends. Then she has she just has these groups that she gets together with, and I'm typically you know, on the perimeter of this, listening
Sure.
to these people. So that's what took me 40 years is to listen to all these women talk.
So a little bit of real life is
Real life,
involved in this,
yeah.
yeah.
And then a year ago, just about this time, I got a herniated disc, and I was literally in bed for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and my wife said, you know, since you're not doing anything, since you're just convalescing, perhaps you should write a play.
Yeah. Love it.
Yeah, so I did.
Yeah.
That's what started me. That's what got us started. And
So it was relatively, well, I don't know if it was easy to write this. 40 years is a long time, but you have to go through life, I guess, to be able to actually put it
write
out
this
on
play,
paper, right?
yeah, to write this play, I had to go through some life.
Yeah,
That's for sure.
definitely, definitely.
I've written a lot of plays, but a lot of them are adaptations of um, fairy tales. I did a
Sure.
Rumpelstiltskin and a Stone Soup and things like that. And so those don't take you any life experience. They just take you have to read the play and
Right.
read the story and adapt it. But this one was really a matter of living through it. So
It's called Back to Nature. It's with Mason City Community Theater. You can go to mccommunitytheater.com for all the ticket information. This is actually going to be there for what, a couple of weeks, it looks like, right?
exactly right. 2 weeks, 2 weekends, and the purchasing tickets there is pretty slick. It happened, pretty easy. Yeah,
Yeah,
you need your credit card, but other than that,
right.
it's pretty easy. It just walks you through it, and you can look at what seats you're going to sit in, and so
Sure.
that's good. Yeah,
Well, I think a lot of us, for watching, for intrigued by not only listening to this podcast or watching, we've been to the theater before. They've always done some really good things. I don't even know how many years they've been around here, but a
it's
long time.
1965.
65?
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, 1965. That's a the Mesa City Community Theater there.
I was 2.
Yeah,
That's great.
yeah.
And you weren't writing plays yet,
No,
right?
no,
Yeah, exactly.
I was 11 when they started.
Wow. Do you remember going to the theater, though, when you were a kid?
When I was a kid, we didn't go to the theater much until I was in high school, and then we went to a local professional theater
Hmm.
that was so good. This is in Lansing, Michigan. It was so good that I was I was totally inspired to continue on in
Mm.
theater. And uh, I just remember being delighted by theater. Sitting
Right.
in a auditorium and being delighted, where I just walked out, uh, humming or whatever,
Mhm.
loving it. And then my brother, who was a more of a sports nut, he could not sit still for plays. He could not watch a play to save his life. And I was in all these plays, and he would
Right.
come, and I would, he would literally reflect on his life during the play.
Right.
I would, after the play would be over, I would ask him what he liked or what he didn't like. He didn't even remember it. It would be
Right.
like an hour
You
later.
didn't pay attention.
He
Yeah.
didn't pay attention to it. It was like he was there out of total duty. So it's
That's
just
great.
funny to me how theater hits some people and then doesn't hit other people. Other people just can't even watch it. So
Well, Tom, you definitely been part of theater for a very long time here. Is this a new thing for you then with this, or is this just a one-off thing for the Mason City Community
no,
Theater?
I did play there before, and
Okay.
I wrote Noises Off about 5 years ago.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
a good experience,
So
and
you're going to do this from time to time, maybe?
from time to time, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm certainly not going to, turn into a community theater person that,
Well,
but I do think I still have some theater in me, and so
I think Tom, for those of us that are into creativity
yeah,
and for what we do for a living, we're in the arts basically for what we're doing.
yeah,
Me, media; you, the arts, of course, itself, theater. I mean, I can't see us ever walking away from this until you just physically can't do it anymore.
that's right.
So, yeah. So let's keep it going.
Yep,
Okay. Back to nature.
back to
All
nature.
right. Yeah. Get your tickets at mccommunitytheater.com. The first one is coming up on Friday, April 24th at 7 p.m. Are these all night shows, or is there some on Sunday or
Yeah,
something?
The Sunday shows are too.
Okay. All
Yeah,
right. Great. Well, Tom, good luck to you. I think this is going to be fun.
yeah. Thanks so much.
You bet. Get your tickets again, mccommunitytheater.com.
Have a good day.